Hi, everyone. I'm Jen.
I'm Marisa, and we are Gen X women who were raised on a diet of The Partridge Family and moonlighting.
Mm.
We love television and we love Korean dramas.
And this month, as we do every month, we're keeping you updated on the latest happenings in K drama castings and news.
And this month, we're deep diving the Baeksang nominations. Did your favorites make the list?
That is the question to be answered, for sure. But first, we're starting with what everyone's currently obsessed with, in case you're looking for some fun recommendations. This one is an oldie but a goodie. I think everyone is obsessed, at least in our little group. Moon Lovers hit Viki, y'all.
That's right. It disappeared off of Drama Fever when Drama Fever disappeared unceremoniously all of a sudden back in 2018, and no legal streaming site had Moon Lover Scarlet Heart Rio until Viki picked it up just recently. So it's definitely, I guess people were falling into a couple of different camps. One is those of us who had watched it before and
And
had distinct memories, and then like Jen.
those of us who had never watched it before, and it was brand new to all of us, and it was a ride, y'all. It was a ride. This cast is full of all of our favorites, so it was a little distracting at first. I mean, my god, it had, Lee Joon-gi, IU, Kang Ha-neul, it had Namju Hyuk. Oh god, who else was in this one that we all love and adore? I mean, just
Uh,
everybody.
Baekhyun from EXO, Sohyun from SNSD, and Kang Hana,
Oh
who I
god, that's
forgot
right.
was in
How
it.
did I
Yeah,
forget
she
about Kang Ha?
was magnificent.
Magnificent, and just made me wanna rewatch Bloody Heart even more because she takes that powerful empress energy and channels it for good in Bloody Heart, and I loved it so much. It was very interesting watching it for a first time. It was so much fun to do it with our crew and as a watch party. It was just such an interesting way to watch it because I think I was one of only a few of us who had not watched it before. It was our first watch. And Marissa, what was it like for you to rewatch it? Because I think that's more interesting than me first time watching it. Because I feel like there's a lot of expectations and I've been spoiled to death by the time I finally hit play.
Well, at first I realized that I had forgotten more than I had remembered. But I remembered feeling certain emotions. Like, I remember being far more invested in IU and Lee Joon-gi's love story,
Oh.
but watching it again, I was like, "Is there a love story here?" It just felt so different. The age difference was more pronounced to me this time, even though they kept aging her up through the series.
Did they though?
She's still 23. Oh, yeah, that was the thing, right? The time jumps.
Oh
You
my
blinked
gosh.
and you missed them. So it was just when I first watched it, I was fairly new to K-dramas, so there was just a lot of general confusion in my watching. But now I'm a seasoned pro, and I was
Right.
like, "Wait, what happened?" And because we had a watch party, I couldn't rewind it. I'm like, "I
Oh,
think there was a 3-year time jump again."
that was my biggest problem with our watch parties. I'm like always pausing and rewinding, pausing and rewinding. I'm like, what was that? Wait, did I miss something? What's happening? This time I'm like, oh, I just missed that. I have no idea where we're at. What is happening, y'all? Help. Uh, the thing with IU being so young when she filmed this is that even if they tried to age her up, she still looked 15. So it was like she's supposed to be going on like 29 by the end of it, and the best they could do was give her like bangs. Like like matronly like swoop bangs across and like dress her in very velvety outfits. I was just like she looks as good as she did when she, like, first arrived. The only one who actually
Yeah.
looked aged at all or affected by what had occurred in the last I don't know, I think we all determined it was a 10-year span of time. In the 10 years was Kang Ha-neul's Prince number 8. He was haggard by the whole experience. He was ready to tap out by the time he hit his final scene. He's like, "This sucked. I gotta go. I got I got circles under my eyes. I got scruff. I look like I lost weight." Like, he was the only one who looked like he'd been through some shit.
Yeah.
It was quite an experience.
It was also really interesting to see Nam Joo Hyuk as Becca. I can't remember what his number was.
13.
14?
He was
13.
13, mhm.
Because he was just early in his career And he was not yet Nam Joo Hyuk that we adored in like 25, 21. And although he had done Weightlifting Fairy, Kim Bok Joo, I think around the same time, but he wasn't yet the man
Nam
that
Joo Hyuk,
he was a
right?
Nam Joo Hyuk. Yes.
But he was still, I think collectively from our watch party and everything, like we all chose him as like the best of the boys. Like he was the best of them all. The rest of them were all turds and trash, but he was the best of them all. And I was happy to see, I don't know if it's really a spoiler alert at this point, but I was happy to see him make it to the end. Not unscathed, but made it to the end. Yes.
The ending. Oh my gosh. So because of the internet, there are so many imagined endings. There IU herself, I think a few years after, published on her Instagram a photo of what they shot but didn't include in the actual airing, a finale image that really would have cemented the series in our hearts. Instead, we've been talking for it for 10 years is like this tragic ending that we just were like so unsatisfied with.
Right? I mean, I have to say from watching it for the first time, I mean no disrespect to those of who love and adore this drama, but I am so glad that I was not as attached to this drama as other people because I would have been table flipping pissed with that finale. I would have been like, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I've been spoiled for 10 years. But I was like, especially knowing that they had shot a more satisfying version. Like, it wasn't like they didn't film a more satisfying version. What made them choose the version they chose is a mystery to me. It really confuses me on every level of delivering to your audience a satisfying experience.
I'm so curious. I don't think any executive or creative will ever cop to being the one who said, "Nope, don't do that. Do this instead." Because people have been angry and unsatisfied and heartbroken for a decade.
A
Almost a decade.
decade.
Yeah.
So get ready, y'all, for the big 10-year reunion, like, tour that's probably gonna happen and everyone clamoring for a season 2. I mean, we just got Signal season 2. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't give us a Scarlet Heart season 2. But I have to say, at the end of when it was all said and done, I know this was not a popular opinion, but I was a Prince number 8 kinda gal, and I needed more Kang Ha-neul in my life. And I just wanna say thank you to the man for delivering on that promise to me because he has a new drama coming out in May. So, thank you, number 8, for knowing that I would need more of you when it was finished and delivering on that.
Just always thinking of Jen. So thoughtful.
It's so thoughtful. Thank you, Kang Ha-neul. Yeah.
Ah. So should we
Oh,
talk about casting news?
yes, let's do that. Let's move on to casting news. We've got some fun stuff. It's not nearly as epic as the last couple of months we've had. I mean, Park Seo-joon is coming back, so that's pretty exciting. I mean,
That is that's
that one's
epic in and of itself.
yeah,
Yeah.
that one's pretty epic. He's officially been confirmed for the cast lineup for Waiting for Gyeongdo, which the title alone cracks me up, and I love it on every level. Um,
Is it really a play on Waiting for Godot, the Samuel Beckett play?
I don't know, but I love the fact that it seems like it should be, right?
It could be, yeah.
Waiting for Gyeongdo will depict the story of a man and a woman who met and fell in love when they were in their 20s and got reunited at an unexpected moment in their lives. And it looks like the female lead in this one is going to be Won Ji-an, who we know from
The Game
Squid Game
2.
2 and DP2. And if
Mhm.
you, like me, it took me 6 months to get through it, but watched If You Wish Upon Me, she also played the, let's just say, slightly unhinged ex-girlfriend of our boy Ji Chang-wook, and she was
Ooh,
really good in that role, so she does slightly unhinged pretty well. I'm not sure if that's
great.
what she's playing here, but she's very dynamic and owns the screen, so I'm very excited about that. It's gonna be a good matchup for sure.
Oh, good. Good, good, good. So, are they calling this a rom-com
Let's see.
or is it a drama?
This one, they are calling it a rom-com. It's like an ex comeback, like a reunion kind of a thing. Married supporting character. I love the tags that my drama list puts in these things. It's hilarious. Ex comes back, ex couple relationship, married supporting character, actor actress supporting character, company president, supporting character, reporter male lead, troublemaker female lead.
Oh my
I'm like, okay,
god.
fantastic. So,
Well, I wanna see Park Seo-joon in a rom-com, and I see that EL is also in this
I
cast, and
just saw that,
oh my gosh, we love her so much. Fell in love with her the moment we saw her as the woman in red in Goblin, and have loved her in everything since then. Most recently, My Liberation Notes, and she was also in Mr. Plankton. So,
yes. God, she's so good.
yeah, speaking of dynamic, she is a presence on screen.
Right? She owns it every time she shows up, so I'm excited to see Won Jian and EL, like, maybe going head to head, maybe teaming up. Either way, it's gonna be amazing to watch.
So, we're waiting for Gyeongdo. Oh my goodness. Park Seo-joon, we'll just keep waiting. You make us happy.
Looks
Whenever
like
you wanna come back, we're here.
it does look like they're teasing us with the second half of 2025, so wait,
Ah.
gonna be fun. I know, I mean, it really does feel far away, but Marissa, it's already April. I'm already building the May premiere list, which takes us into July, which is
Oh,
weird. It's weird,
okay.
right? It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre how quickly and how slowly things go. It looks like An Hyo-sup is also going to be returning to the rom-com world.
His Business Proposal, that was the last rom-com. Holy moly. That one of the best rom-coms.
Yeah,
So enjoyable. Yeah.
right? And I
Yes.
think right after that, he did A Time Called You, which was not a rom-com, but romantic, and I liked him in that. So yeah,
Mm.
they're giving him another one, and it looks like he's playing Matthew Lee. It's sold out again today, is what it's called, and it's him and Chaewon Bin. Ooh.
Oh. Excellent. I love that.
She was in Royal Inspector and Joy, which I adored. She was in My Lovely Boxer. She was in Sweet Home season 2 and 3.
We like a
Right?
smart rom-com because we're Gen X women. We don't need, eggio, sweetie goofiness. We much prefer it when it's smart and snappy.
Exactly. Smart and snappy is our favorite. And it looks like Today is Sold Out Too is going to be a healing romantic comedy about two work driven individuals seeking to fill the emptiness in their heart. Love it already. Perfect. Let's do it. Kim Kwan, who's one of our just favorites, he's just a little nugget that pops up here and there. He's finally confirmed for a new one, which is always good to see. He doesn't work a ton, but it's always nice to see his face pop up. He's confirmed for the upcoming KBS drama 24-Hour Health Club, which I think is also being called Pumped Up for Healthy Love. There's a variety of different titles for it, but he's kind of perfect with his physique if you watch his Instagram at all for a fitness club drama.
That cracks me up because I think he spends 85% of his time in the gym.
And taking selfies.
Yes, and traveling with his buddies. This is perfect. I always find him delightful even when he's playing a total asshole.
Does. He's got that little, like, spark that you're just like, "Ah, I'm supposed to hate you, but you're kinda funny." It's not official yet, but I'm saying it now because I want us to call it into being. Wi Ha-joon joining Park Min-young in the Korean remake of Japanese series Ice World.
Oh, please, this has to happen.
Right? We need to get our chanting circle ready for this one. Right?
Oh my god.
So his side hasn't responded to the casting reports, but she is reviewing the offer to star in it. So it's right now they're both rumored. None of it's official, but this pairing, it just sounds. I think it could heal worlds with these two together,
I mean, aren't you swooning already?
right?
Are you kidding? Oh my god.
So it's going to be called Siren, and it tells the story of an insurance investigator who becomes entangled in a mysterious death at the hands of a female teacher. The investigator works at Ross Insurance. The title was derived from Greek mythology, the siren, and the story will be depicted from the 1999 Fuji TV series Ice World.
Well, Park Min Young did today, April 8th, I think, or yesterday, post a picture of herself, and she looked like a fairy, or she looked like a little like out of a fantasy novel, very long, blonde, curly, wavy hair. So
Ooh.
if she is the siren in, mythology, then she definitely is looking like that right now. And I think the her post just said coming soon.
Oh, okay. Yes, we need to have that.
The second half of this year is going to be very busy.
Yes, it's gonna be busy and it's gonna be just chock full of all of our favorites. So good. We also have, I think this is more for us in the Gen X crew, but Marisa, one of your favorites, Jung-hwa, is reteaming with Song Sung-hyun and again EL and Oh Dae-hwan for a new drama coming up. And it is called My Golden Star.
She is one of the best. And she's like this incredible singer too, an incredible performer. I wish she would do a residency in Vegas or Macau. That would be amazing. But are you telling me Jung-hwa and Song Sung-hun together? Oh my
Together.
goodness.
They both
Holy
strike
cow.
me as so wacky.
She was in Dr. Cha, which is on Netflix, and that was one of my favorite dramas of 2023. She played a mom who went back to working as a doctor because she had never really fulfilled that part of herself. And that was a very restrained performance, but she was so good. Like, she's so commanding and just so infinitely likable. And really, like, they tried to make her not so sexy because she's just a very, I mean, I'm sure she's like a size 2, but she's kind of voluptuous in a way, like I think her personality and her voice and how she carries herself. So I like, this is blowing my mind. Her and Song Sung Han, who is just like freaking gorgeous, right? And a
Right?
grown
Like,
up.
the grown-up love for me is, like, making me so happy right now. It's the description is, again, it is called My Golden Star, is a realistic romance drama that depicts the comeback of a top star in Se-ra, who had a career gap 25 years after receiving the youngest Best Actress award and getting into an accident on the day that she was at the peak of her career.
God,
I
so sad.
Duck I know, so sad. Duck Chol is a bachelor detective who vowed to himself that he would get married before he turned 40, but lost his motivation and passion as time passed. A romantic who dreams of a passionate love, he meets Se-ra and begins a mutually beneficial romance.
He's a detective.
He's a detective who's looking for love, Marisa, and she's a former, like, top star.
Oh my
I
god, I'm
I
sign me up. I'm so in. I'm so
exactly.
in.
And then EL is there. Yeah, this is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait.
Excellent. This
Ugh,
sounds so good. My
yeah,
golden star.
exactly.
Love
It
it.
says it's coming out, it says 2025, so I think again we're looking at the back half of 2025. The back half of 2025, we're gonna have to figure out what our calendar looks like. It's gonna be beefy. Beefy, beefy. Then one that I think is more more for Jen. Spring Fever confirms that An Byo-hyun and Lee Joo-bin are gonna be leads, and that one is actually coming in May as well, tentatively, so I'm very excited about that one. Spring Fever does not seem to be the, Indiana Jones of Joseon that I'm super excited about that we haven't found yet, but I think that one's, like, called Godspeeds. I don't think that's this one.
Hmm.
Right now, Lee Joo-bin is in divorce insurance with Lee Dong-wook. She could be going back to back. Oh, no, this one actually I don't know why they're saying May on that post. This one's saying December, so again, a late 2025. It is a romance, so Spring Fever is a romance story about Yoon Bum, who was hurt in soul and came down to Shinseop and started a new life as an exchange teacher. She is indifferent and cold to everything, but gradually opens up her heart by meeting Sung Jae-kyu.
Okay.
I
Sounds
mean,
familiar.
I know, nothing new, but as we always say, execution, execution.
Yes.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed on that one because I'm a big Byeon fan. Then finally, we've got a girl power, man. We've got Lee Na-young and Jung Eun-chae confirmed to star in upcoming drama Honor, a mystery thriller that follows a passionate friendship of three lawyers who confront the past that has returned as a huge scandal. It's based on a Swedish drama of the same name.
So, E Na Young, if you are fairly new to K dramas, you might not realize what a superstar she is because she doesn't work that often. She Romance is a Bonus Book is probably the drama that most people know her from. One Day Off, which was a short series, is one of my favorites. It's this beautiful kind of meditation. She's a teacher, but she explores Korea every weekend on her one day off. And it's just a beautiful tour of the country and just very quiet. But she's married to Won Bin, and they are like the CF. or, advertising king and queen of Korea. She's gorgeous, and she's such a superstar, and works maybe once every few years on a drama. So, hey, here we are.
The script strikes her, and like we said, she's teamed up with Jung Eun-chae, who's also one of our favorites. So
Mhm.
I'm super jazzed about the girl power in this one, and lawyers and mystery, and oh, it's going to be kind of juicy. So I am looking forward, and it's based on a Swedish drama. It's going to be dark, y'all, dark.
Oh, so I wonder who plays the third lawyer.
Hmm. Let's see. Let's see.
So Jung
Nope.
Eun-chae, from Pachinko, and
Mhm.
from Jungmyeon, The Star Is Born, and a whole host of other just kind of amazingly dramatic films and TV series.
The where I fell in love with her is The Guest. That was
Oof.
the super horror one, and then hilariously, she was also in Luca: The Beginnings.
Yeah.
So they can't all be hits, but I will always remember Luca. So there you go. She's at least always
Mhm.
memorable. But I love her so much. But The Guest is one of my all-time favorites. If you get a chance to watch The Guest, oof, it's her and Kim Dong-wook and Kim Jae-wook. Oh, and they're like trying to find this like ancient ghost. Oh my god, it's one of my favorites. I loved it. It was so good. So good. Okay, that was casting. That was some good casting news, you guys. Maybe not as like big as like Gong Yu or Hyung Bin, but that was some juicy like fan favorite shit. So I'm super excited about what we've got coming up late 2025. It's gonna be good. Let's move on to some news. Ding ding. All right. I think we have to start with this one, Marisa. Yumi Cells to return with season 3,
Hallelujah.
right? I love how they're like, Kim Go-eun is in talks to reprise her role. If she doesn't reprise her role, no one's going to watch it.
How did they not lock her up for 3 series? I
I don't
mean,
know. I don't know.
she
Like,
was a superstar going into this. Like,
right?
ugh, ugh,
So
okay, okay.
I'm kind of like, yay! Hold up. Wait a second. Um, who's gonna? I don't know if I would watch it without Kim Go-eun. Like, come on.
And then the big question is who is the character named Sung Rock,
It is. So,
the
yep.
the man she eventually marries?
Right? Who doesn't
Uh,
break our hearts after a full season of falling in love with them? Yes.
oh my god, I couldn't I couldn't take another.
I cannot. I think I need this season 3 just to finally be able to say I can recommend Yumi Cells without being heartbroken. I
Mhm.
don't know if I'll ever get over season 1 of Yumi Cells. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
because your love for Anbo Hyun knows no bounds, so yeah,
Does
mhm, especially with that little scruff,
it?
and wasn't he wearing a bunch of Michigan shirts in it or
He
something?
wa I mean, they were wildly incorrect, but yes, he was. I was like, "You don't ever let anyone see you wear that shirt in Michigan because you'll be in big trouble, sir. Those colors are all wrong." No. So it's exciting. It's not official, but the project is happening. She has received an offer and is currently reviewing. But hope springs eternal, y'all. So that's exciting. Another one that's coming back, Good Partners coming back for a second season with Jang Ra and
Nam Ji Hyun, and I'm very surprised at this. Maybe I shouldn't be. Was it a really big hit?
it was a really big hit. I dropped it though, so I'm not sure I'm the right audience for this. I was a little disappointed that Jang Nara's character, this is what bums me out about a lot of the strong female characters. They always have to give her some great crying scenes, so they make her like fall apart. And she was a divorce lawyer and she falls apart in her own divorce. Now, I'm not saying that your own divorce would not affect you a lot, but it seemed out of character for me, but it was an amazing performance and she did a really amazing job with it. But it didn't it wasn't the direction I was hoping the character would go with the level of just grief and like crying that occurred. But people loved it. And so for those that did, I'm very happy for them.
That's great.
So huzzah.
Hmm.
Congratulations. But I mean, listen, more Jang Nara always makes me happy. So maybe in season 2 it'll be more lawyering, badass lawyering, which I really enjoyed in the first half, and maybe less. Now that her divorce is done and final, maybe it'll be less of the falling apart that she does very, very well. I'm not saying she's not great at it. It just did not seem to be the character that they set up. Oh, this one also came through, which I thought was really interesting because so we all got super excited that IU and Byung Suk were going to be in a new drama together, Wife of a 21st Century Prince. Then a report came out they both ditched the project, but then they both came out and said, "No, no, we're getting ready to start filming." So as of right now, it is still happening. Both agencies responded to the circulating reports that they are not leaving the upcoming drama, and IU is currently preparing for it. And then Varo Entertainment, who is Byung Suk's representative, also denied reports and revealed the rumors of him leaving the K drama are false. So worry not, people. We are getting an IU Byung Suk drama
Hmm.
that is called
Okay.
Wife of the 21st Century Prince.
Interesting. Must be some contract negotiation shenanigans going on behind the
Right?
scenes. So
Right.
let's hope this happens because I think the two of them would really light up the screen together.
And going back to our moon lovers, he was her turd boyfriend in the present before she jumped to the past. So it's like a reunion people are kind of excited about. So
That
yeah,
is right.
so that's kind of fun. And then in case anybody needs to know, Hyung-sik is now the highest paid actor in K-Dramaland.
Good for him.
Yay! Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Yay! And finally, because it is happening at lightning speed, the Kim Soo Hyun scandal updates are happening too fast to even keep up. And it's been a month and a flurry of things have happened. There have been lawsuits and press conferences and a lot of crying, and it's difficult to keep up and try and keep what is factually happening. And we kind of just want to recommend two sources that have kind of worked for us the best to get the best analysis of what's happening and kind of the most impartial or maybe most factual reporting. And one would be Asian Junkie. If you do not follow them on social media, I follow them and I feel like they have some of the best reporting on the situation that is happening if you are interested. And also a gentleman on Instagram. His name is Jinu Pak, and he's really good at the analysis of what's all going on.
Yeah, he's a Canadian author, and I like his opinions and his take on things as a Korean Canadian. He's got a lot of insight, and he gets the nuance of what's happening cross culturally. I do follow him on Instagram, and I like what he has to say because this situation doesn't look like it's going to be ending anytime soon.
No, no.
Ugh.
And with that being said, I also just want to mention that Knockoff, which was the Kim Soo Hyun and God, who was his co-star in that? I apologize, I don't have that pulled
Joe
up.
Boa, I
Joe
believe.
Bois, yep, absolutely, has been taken off the Disney schedule. So that one's gonna be costly. Well, if that one doesn't
Mhm.
come back out because they were supposed to be 2 seasons, so they'd already filmed 1, and then, they were getting ready to start filming season 2. So that was a beefy one. That was a big one right out of the gate. But yes, definitely those 2 sources. We'll link them in the show notes below so that you can find them. We do find them to be the best sources of analysis and just straight up reporting. Are you ready to deep dive these nominations, Marisa?
Yes.
All right, you guys. The 2025 Baeksang Award nominations. Here we go. Best New Actor. And I feel like we need to start here by saying Best New Actor does not mean that they're new. It means this is their first nomination. We struggled with this for the first few years that we were in the K-drama scene. We're like, we don't understand. This makes no sense. They're not new. They're like 45 years old. What are you talking about? It means it's their first nomination. So we just want to set that up for you up front. So the best new actor, Kim Jong-jin from Doubt, Sung Young-hee from Lovely Runner, Cha Min from Study Group, Chu Young-woo from The Tale of Lady Ok, and No Nam-joon from Your Honor. Marisa? Who are your
What was
choices?
your honor?
I don't even remember that one.
Well, and this is what I find as we go through all of these nominations, and this is what I find with the Baeksangs is that they latch on to a couple of shows and you'll see them multiple times across the nominations. And so doubt will come up over and over again. So what happens when we look at this list is we haven't seen all of these shows. And so there's like who you think is going to win and
Mhm.
who you want to win.
Right, exactly. Now,
Yeah.
Your Honor, Marisa, I can't believe we didn't know more about this one. It had Sung Young Ju, who is an ajashi we see in everything, Kim Do Hoon, who we love, Jung Eun Chae. Like, there's some beefy people in this one, but I don't remember this one at all. I think it might be because it's now on Viki, so maybe it just wasn't on Viki at the time.
Hmm.
Weird. Oh, and it's based off the American series, which I think is the one with Bryan Cranston.
I remember us talking about this, but I
Did
don't
we?
think we either of us got into it. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I
that would
remember this,
make
yeah.
sense. Okay. Okay.
Um,
But with that being said, I mean, of this list, I watched Study Group and Lovely Runner, and so, of course,
mhm.
those are gonna be my 2 choices. Uh, but
I
I'm a
think
huge
was it
fan of Sung Gyung-hee from Lovely Runner, so I would love to see him take that.
Yeah, yeah, he was a revelation in that series, and he was complex in what could have
Mhm.
just been the third wheel. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed his performance.
Best New Actress, and this is where you'll start hearing tangerines a lot. Kim Tae-young from When Life Gives You Tangerines. We have Ro Jung-lee from The Witch. That one surprised me, I'm not gonna lie. Jo Young-soo from The Tyrant. Chae Won-bin from Doubt, who we just mentioned earlier. And Ha Young from The Trauma Code Heroes on Call.
The Witch, is this a like a recency bias? Because, like, if you go all the way back to March of 2024, I did not finish The Witch, and I have to say I just found her to be not as compelling as I think the character warranted. So,
Mhm.
I'm surprised she got a nomination. After everything that's been happening in this industry and the criticism for, like, that idol show called Under 15, are we really elevating another child?
I know.
She may have been brilliant, but can we just let them have a childhood for a little bit?
Right, and this isn't referring to Kim Tae-young from the When Life Gives You Tangerines, right?
That's right.
Again, I did not watch many of these. I really did realize I will say this about, quote, unquote, "award-worthy" dramas and what I find joy in and watch myself. My watch list is not represented in this list at all. There's, like, 1 or 2 dramas that I actually watched in this entire list. Um, and Trauma Code is one of them. So I'm my vote is for Ha Young, though I unfortunately don't see that happening, but I would love to see that happen.
Yeah, I thought she was fantastic too. Like, in
Mm.
a show without romance, hey, that can happen, and sometimes that's a good thing. I thought she was really, as the nurse, the backbones of emergency rooms. I think they gave, she gave the character a lot of credit. So I
She really
definitely
did.
enjoyed her.
And also as one of the I think the only main woman in the entire cast, standing up and holding her own with all those heavy hitter dudes, like, she was a force, and she's definitely someone I wanna keep watching for sure.
Mhm.
So then we move on to Best Supporting Actor. We have Good Partner, Kim Joon-han. From Squid Game 2, Ro Jae-won. I don't remember who he is.
He
Um
was DOP's friend.
Oh, okay. I'm really surprised that he's the only Squid Game acting nom.
Yes.
I'm really surprised by that. Maybe they're holding out for season 3 before they start giving accolades, but I thought the season 2 cast,
Mhm,
personally, was stronger than the
mhm,
season 1 cast, to be honest.
mhm.
So I'm
Yeah,
really surprised.
where's Im Shi-won in this list?
Yeah, where's Park Sung-hoon in this list?
Mhm.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's really interesting. From Trauma Code again, we've got Yoon Kyung-ho. From Tangerines, we've got Chae Dae-hoon, who's one of my all-time favorite actors ever in the history of K-dramas. And then from Dong Jae, The Good or the Bastard, we've got Hyung Byung-sik.
I think, Yoon Kyung-ho from Trauma Code, that is kind of the definition of a supporting role,
Mhm.
and he held his own with Joo Ji-hoon, and you can tell he's a rising star. I would love to see him win that.
I would, but I would love to see him win because I actually watched it, I know what he did, but Chae Dae-hoon is one of my all-time favorites, so I would not be sad to see him walk up on that stage.
Mhm.
I love him. Best Supporting Actress, Hilariously, I kept confusing this with Family by Choice. I was like, "Who is that?" And I don't remember that, but it's not. It's Family Matters, which is Baeduna's show, and I love her.
Mhm.
This is supporting actress, and it's Kim Guk-hee. From Tale of Lady Oak, we got Kim Jae-hwa. From Tangerines, we got Hae-ran. From Jungmyeon, The Star is Born, we've got Oh Kyung-hwa, and also Jung Eun-chae.
So I find it interesting that in the Jungmyeon cast, first of all, it's, 95% women, but there were a lot of supporting actresses, and I'm surprised that they singled out, well, there's 2 nominations. Jung Eun-chae for sure. Oh Kyung-hwa, I'm surprised that she had a smaller role, and I don't think she was a pivotal character. So I find it surprising that she was the one who got a supporting actress nomination over Shin Ye-eun, and also over
Mm.
Kim Yoon-hae, and also over Rami Ran, or even Moon So-ri. I mean, there are a lot of women in this, so I'm kind of this
I would've
one I'm a little puzzled over. Oh,
trying
but then Kim Goo-hee from Family Matters, oh my.
which one is Kim Guk-hee?
She was the woman who was, like, the mother of all of those
Yes,
she
yes,
was
yes, yes, yes.
unhinged. I mean, everyone in this drama
Yes,
was unhinged. The level of
completely.
violence was just it was like Pulp Fiction. So this is kind of amazing that the show is recognized at all.
Yes, I mean, she was so good. I mean, yes, absolutely. I thought yeah, I got her clearly the Family Matters just got all jumbled in my brain with other shows, but yes, she was amazing in that. Yeah, I love Family Matters. I can't believe Bayduna didn't get nominated. I'm a little cranky
I
about that
know.
right now. Now that I
Yeah.
know what show we're talking about, I'm a little cranky
Yeah.
that Bayduna didn't get nominated. Okay, Best Actor, Park Bo-gum for Tangerines, Woo-suk for Lovely Runner, Lee Jun-hyuk for Dong-jae, The Good and the Bastard, Joo Ji-hoon for Trauma Code, and Han Suk-kyo for Doubt. This is a beefy Best Actor list.
I this could go in all 5 directions.
Really could.
Yeah.
I I I so I'm gonna say this, and I'm sure it's probably going to Park Bo-gum. I mean, let's be honest. That's probably where it's headed. I actually think of the ones that I've seen performance-wise, because I did watch some of Doubt. I obviously watched all of Trauma Code. I did watch some of Dongjae before all the off-site services went dead. I didn't watch any Tangerine, so I have to say that, and I watched Lovely Runner. Byung Suk's performance in that, and the time jumps, and the different levels of characters, and all the different timelines, I think I would love to see him win this because it's not unwarranted that he did an amazing job acting. I would like to see that.
I'd be surprised if he got it though.
Stunned, but I'm saying that if he did, I would not be cranky about that.
I wanna say that Han Soo-kyu has gotten a number of, Baeksangs, I think for Doctor Romantic Teacher Kim?
Mhm.
Am I right about that? I'm not sure. Maybe it was the SBS Awards.
Right? I mean, he's definitely swept the SBS awards for that, for those roles, for sure. Absolutely.
Wikipedia. Awards, accolades. Yeah, so I mean, he's a very lauded, awarded
Mhm.
actor. And yes, a lot of it are the NBC Drama Awards and the SBS Drama Awards. He's been nominated for a number of Baeksangs going back to early on in his career. So
And he hasn't taken home the trophy yet?
no, no. I think his
Yeah.
first nomination was in 1994, Best
Oh,
New
damn.
Actor for Sons and Daughters. So I don't know if every now and then someone wins an Academy Award, Jamie Lee
Mhm.
Curtis, and it's really for the entire breadth of your career,
Yes.
not just the one film that you made. So
Yes. I
I wonder if
I
that's where we're heading.
I did not enjoy Doubt as much as others did, but I would not also not be unhappy to see him win the award because he's an astounding actor. He's magnificent. He always is
Mhm.
so grounded in everything, and he makes almost everything he's in better watching it. So let's look at Best Actress. We've got Go Min-chi in The Frog. We've got Kim Tae-ri in Jungmyeon. We've got Kim Hae-yoon in Lovely Runner, IU from Tangerines, and Jang Nara from Good Partner.
A lot of young women in this one,
Mhm.
or like, 30-ish. I thought Go Min-shi was phenomenal in The Frog.
She's
But
phenomenal in
Kim
everything, to be honest. Like, she just shows up, and I'm terrified and paying attention all at the same time.
total star quality. But Kim Tae-ri and Jung Yum worked so incredibly hard. I think, we see that with all of her characters, but for her to actually be singing Pansori,
Mhm.
I think as a Korean cultural treasure, I can totally see that she might get it.
Did she win the Big Kahuna Award last year for one of her roles?
I think you're thinking of Park Eun-bin.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of.
Um,
But I wonder if she would get the, what is that one called? What is the big one?
Daesung?
The day song. I wonder if she'll
Daesung.
get the day song for that role, as it's, like you said, culturally significant and, challenging as well.
Well, I wonder if that might actually go to a show instead of an actor. That could
Mhm.
happen. Let's see. When was the last time she won a Baeksang? Oh my gosh, she's won so many.
You
So
know,
many.
she's won so many awards.
So she won for 25, 21.
Okay, that's been a few years.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I think that's gonna be one of the bigger categories of people being like, "Hmm." I think it's my guess is between IU and Kim Tae-ri is my guess. All right, best director, we've got Kim Won-suk from Tangerines, we've got Kim Hee-won from Light Shop, Song Young-hwa, Doubt, Lee Do-yoon from Trauma Code, and we've got Jung Ji-in from Jungyeon, Star is Born.
Is this the only nomination that Light Shop got?
I think
I think
yes,
so.
that's it, which is weird. Like, you give the director the nod for being the best one of the best directors, but none of your actors and none of your screenplay and none like, that's interesting to me.
I find it odd
Yeah.
because it's a very clever, fantastical, um, different kind of drama. So that
Mhm.
they nominated the director and not the screenwriter, I find to
Yeah,
be a miss. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah. It's just interesting. Um, I think for directing, they might do I think kind of like how they do often, they'll give the director to one show and then give best drama to another show. I
Mm.
can see Trauma Code getting best director and then, like, Tangerine getting best drama because the
Ah,
directing I see something like that happening, to be honest.
yeah, I can see that happening.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Family Matters got nominated for Best Screenplay, which it should. It was amazing. Best Screenplay, we've got Kim Jung Min for Family Matters. We've got Park Ji Suk for Tale of Lady Oak. We've got Lee Si-yoon for Lovely Runner, and we've got Im Sang Chun for Tangerine, and we've got Chae Yuna for Good Partner.
Good partner.
Yeah,
Okay. Interesting. And then family, oh my goodness. This spans a spectrum of
right?
I don't know what.
Yeah.
Family Matters, super violent, Tale of
Mhm.
Lady Auk, historical, Lovely Runner, like the one of the ultimate rom-coms, Tangerines, which is historical and cultural and heartfelt, and then
Mhm.
Good Partner, which is like kick-ass divorce lawyers.
Yeah.
Wow, what a
Yeah.
what a mix.
It is quite a mix for sure. I mean, obviously the only two I've watched. Actually, I watched 3 of them, but Lovely Runner I thought was an amazing script because of how many different fantasy elements they had to juggle and keep the
Mhm.
story on track, and they stuck the landing. Like, they knew where they were going, and they went there, and at no point, whether you enjoyed this rom-comminess of it at all, they understood their rules, and they followed them, and they stuck the landing. And then Family Matters is just dark and delicious, and so either one of those would make me really happy.
I'm guessing Tangerines is gonna win.
I mean, I think Tangerines is gonna take everything in every category that they're
Everything right,
nominated in, 'cause
right.
it's so top of mind, like, it just finished, and everyone's like, "It was the best drama ever." Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes. So I'm a little sad for some of the other dramas that I think deserve some love. And then finally, best drama is Lovely Runner, Tale of Lady Oak, Doubt, Trauma Code, Heroes on Call, and When Life Gives You Tangerines. I am really surprised from this list. 2 Netflix shows made this list.
Mm. Big deal. That's a big
I
deal.
feel like it's a big
Well,
deal,
it is. Well, maybe that's a thank you to Netflix for investing how many $500 million in
right?
Korea? Yeah. Um,
Well, and with Life Gives You Tangerines is a Netflix show, it's just now cemented Netflix, if nothing else, right?
yes, yeah. I think that's the front runner. despite the
Absolutely.
global appeal of Lovely Runner. I think when life gives you tangerines. Um, are we deep diving this in our members only podcast?
I think our members only podcast is going to be some of our spicier thoughts on snubs, not included choices.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Mm-hmm.
want to hear some of that, members only podcast, sign up.
The Baeksangs aren't really known for like a dark horse coming out of nowhere, right?
Mm-mm. And I think,
Mm-hmm.
correct me if I'm wrong, because we've looked at this a few times, but the Baeksangs, the nominating and voting committee is like 15 people. It's not like the Academy here. It's a very small selective group of people who do the nominating and do the voting, but it's such a huge award that it's the big one, I feel like, in at least in the drama world. I feel like that one in the Blue Dragons.
Right. That's why there's always like a Marie Claire like popularity award. And that's where like I guarantee you
Yeah,
Byeon Suck is gonna win that.
1000%, 1000%. I see best drama being like kind of what when you went back to about the day song. I could see when Life Gives You Tangerines taking the day song, and then like Lovely Runner or Trauma Code taking, best drama kind of a thing. I could easily see that happening.
Could
It's
totally
always
see that
I
happening.
think that's the only place where dark horses happen is in with that possible day song category that can take one away.
Yeah, if you go back to a couple years ago, when Park Eun-bin, she did not win for Best Actress, which was fine for Extraordinary Attorney Woo, but then she won the day song, and it was such a surprise. And then they shot out these confetti cannons, and it scared the bejesus out of her. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
that was definitely. She was surprised. Everybody
Yeah.
was. So
Yeah.
it was a moment.
I see maybe that being the only dark horse scenario where you're like, "What?" And then that pops up there. So, it'll be
Mhm.
interesting. It's always interesting. I always find awards fascinating, to be honest. But like I said, my watch list and the awards and anything is like two totally different things. I'm like, "That was my favorite." Nowhere near an award at all ever. Ever. It's hilarious. Well, there you go, you guys. That's April. I can't believe it's already April. That was so much fun. If you get a chance, give us a like, give us a follow. We have a fan mail. If you're listening to this on the podcast, feel free to kick us a text and tell us what you think and what your top choices are for the Baeksangs.
And just remember that the K3 is three things. We are the podcast, we are watch parties, and we are a live chat. Take a K-drama coffee break with us every other Sunday on our YouTube channel where you can talk live and share your thoughts with other K-drama obsessed fans just like yourself. And we have the best time doing it. It is like, it's so fun, especially if you have no one else in your life that's into Korean dramas. We're here for you.
So until next time, which will be May, we'll have all sorts of new fun things to talk about and we'll give us some hints on what you want to see us deep dive if you're interested. Until then, I'm Jen.
I'm Marisa. You can talk to us anytime. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Blue Sky. You can find us on YouTube. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.